people out here are going through hell. People out here are going through hell, and they won't ever talk about it. They won't ever talk about it. We have people in your houses that are going through hell, but they will never speak out. They'll be burning inside, but so today I would like to talk about human behavior from kids to adults. You know, when we talk about behavior, it usually starts from children to adults, okay? And I would like to talk to parents or anyone who's planning to be a parent. It really matters on how you're going to raise your child. You know, the behavior matters on how you're going to raise your child, and under what environment are you going to raise your child, and how you're going to raise that child will really determine on what behaviors will the child portray. You'll find a child who has been raised on a loving family is quite different from a child who has been raised in a chaotic family. Okay, so you see, every single decision that a child will make, or every single behavior that a child will have, will really depend on the past events that the child went through. It's like you tap in information into the child's head. For example, a child who's raised in a violent background will definitely be violent. A child who's raised in an environment where people are basically thugs and they talk languages that don't relate to a normal child's language, then that child will be, you know, when a child grows up, he learns or she learns from the parents and the external surrounding of the child. And so it is really important that you raise your children carefully. You don't be too strict on the child, and you don't be too lenient on the child. You be at the middle. You get, you don't let the child make his own decision pertaining life until 22 or 23. That, I think, like that's the best time for a human being to really make their own decisions. So parents should really be careful on what you let your children watch, by the way, on internet, on social media. You know, we have influencers who are not really into helping out, but they are really into numbers, into viewers and stuff. So sometimes people talk about things that don't really add value into your life just to get numbers. Like they also know that they are not adding value into anyone's life by talking about those things, but they'll still talk about them. And so that's what you should be doing. Regulate on the time spent on screen and stuff, and emphasize more on talking to your child, because people out here are going through hell. People out here are going through hell, and they won't ever talk about it. They won't ever talk about it. We have people in your houses that are going through hell, but they will never speak out. They'll be burning inside, but you know, and I don't blame any of them, because our society has always been like that. No one has ever been serious on matters pertaining psychological health. Yes, people are not really serious on that, and I mean, that's why I'm here anyway. That's why I'm here. I'm here to help out and talk to people in that, and just make sure that the world is running smoothly and swiftly. You get? It's not about numbers for me. For me, it's not about numbers. For me, it's about uh, where is the message going, how is the message going to be there, and basically just making sure that the message is there. You get? Yeah. So it's just the way that you raise your kids that will really tell on how your kids are really going to be. It's the way you raise your kids that will tell on that. It's the way you talk to your kids. What environment do you present your kids to? How do you correct your kids? And how do you correct each other as husband and wife? Because that also adds to psychological torture on families. You get? So that is also a factor to consider. And basically just let the children be the children. You get? Let them be children until they get to grow up, and now you just let them spread their wings and fly and just live. You get? And you also let them make the bad decisions, because it is through that they will get to know that in life you will have to fall in order to rise, or you will have to get lost in order to find your way. Okay? It is through making those bad decisions. So you let your children spread wings and just fly and just enjoy life. Peace.